So follow up to that question is like, let's say if you're working with an employer and then let's say when the process started, you were with one employer, and then let's say if you leave that employer,
Mm.
right, and then joined a different company or whatever, right?
Mm.
So how does that translate to like, do you take which letters more takes more precedence during this process? It's like the you know previous company where if you have worked for most of your part or the current company, because generally like if you, during this process, let's say if you shift the job, what will happen?
This happens all the time. We have to deal with this multiple times, in our clients' journeys, especially during the layoff season when there's like
Mm-hmm.
multiple companies doing it at once. But then there are many people who voluntarily leave their company as well. So in the case where you voluntarily leave the company, obviously it won't be overnight. So you will know when you're going to leave. So we'll work with we usually work with our clients to prepare our transition. It's like, okay, these are the things through your work in this company that's important for you to make a record of, in terms of like the letters that people give you, whatever it may be. And that's how we've been able to create like a solid list of how, like, what to gather from a letter standpoint before you even leave. When it's a layoff type situation, it's a little more difficult than that. But the thing is, people think of these letters as having to come from a company. It's not usually that it has to come on behalf of a company, which is why people don't even need to get these letters on a letterhead most of the time. It is okay if it comes from a personal capacity, from someone that you worked with or your manager, whoever it is, but it has to come in the context of your professional work.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning it can come in a non-letterhead sort of document, but it
Mm-hmm.
has to speak about why that person is qualified to talk about you. It could be that you reported to that person or whatever, right? Like how is it that they closely observed your work, and then it
Mm-hmm.
should talk about your work, which is actually the fact and the truth behind it. So in a combination of these, we are able to make it work.